Hey there, folks. It's episode 50 of my blind OSRS playthrough from several years ago. Most of this episode was recorded around the end of August 2021. Main objective is still combat achievements here, everything up to elite. As far as how many more episodes I have of this, I don't know. I'm doing about 2 hours per episode, so it depends. Sometimes I'll have, multiple recordings that are just me at Motherlode Mine for 30 hours, in which there's nothing to show you on the YouTube video, and sometimes I'm talking about bossing, and there's, a lot more content. I think the combat achievements are fun to watch, though, and this time you're going to get to see me practice triple Jads on a beta world to prepare for the Inferno. So let's get to it.
Alright, Chaos is on. We're going to do some God Wars Dungeon. Probably going to be broken up a bit. He's got some other stuff going on today. I'm going to go gear up for Krill now. Achievements we need to get. I think it's just 2. Kill him without him using his special attack is 1. And the other one is kill his ads before him. I haven't done Krill in a minute. Look at this gear recommendation. Alright, let's review, shall we? One of the goals, eventually I want to get the KC for Krill that's necessary for the Elite Diary, which I think is 150 kills, but I'm really hoping, really hoping 250 kills on Krill for the Elite Diary. Yikes. Really hoping we get the hilt somewhere in there, because part of Tin Man allows me to borrow items as long as I pay them back later, and I haven't really used that since the Questcape part of the playthrough, but if I get the hilt, then I'll feel less bad about the one that I kind of just bought. I bought it because I hit 50k KC and because top 50k players, and because I had a shitload of Godsword shards. I would feel less gross about it if I didn't have to do that part. I bring those runes for the Arceus spellbook. Fire, Blood, and Chaos, which requires me to get some fire runes real quick, which I'll try to knock out. Alright, I'm doing that classic thing where I log out at the door with KC. I pray I don't forget to hit start recording, so I'll just ask Chaos to remind me. We'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Let's do some Krill kills. Just got all 3 hard achievements. Nice. Right, Chaos got all his achievements, so we're just gonna fill out the run here until I run out of supplies to see what we get. Oh, I brought the runes for casting summons and completely forgot to actually change my spellbook. Oops. Alright, we finished our run, got all the achievements, didn't get any interesting drops, but we'll probably be back later for 250 KC. I did get a hard clue scroll, which I should probably do. And this party plugin, which I think is going to be really nice. Excited to see how it works. Alright, hard casket, what do we get? Garbage. Ah, shit, my bank's full. I'm going to try to do some really fast alching here. Alright, awesome. We got this party panel thing working. We should have done this like a year and a half ago. This shows each other our supplies. Should make this way easier. Forgot to bring the right gear so not everything's aggroing me. We'll see how this goes. Completely forgot that I need to have Bandos and Zamorak protection gear. Just didn't bring any. And I was like, yeah, it's fine. I'll just go find a safe spot to stand in. I don't think there is a safe spot, so let me figure out what I'd want to take to act as protection. I guess I can have the Bandos Godsword. Use that for my KC here. And then probably the Unholy Blessing. Alright, I got KC. Chaos might not be able to play more, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to head over to the door and log out. And if Chaos isn't able to join me, I'm going to try to just solo these achievements. I think they should be somewhat doable. We'll see. Alright, I'm coming back online here. Gonna try to do these Bandos kills. Though my live split timer seems to be shitting the bed, so let me try to fix that real quick. Yep, I totally forgot to come off of recording pause there while waiting at the door. Of course I did. I'm gonna have to figure out how much time was lost there, but no interesting drops. Here's the drop list as you can see on the screen. That's all we've gotten. We're just getting a shitload of super restores for some reason. I got an elite clue, which is nice. Finished the achievement though. I got the achievement for killing Grardor with the ads down, and it was able to get the freeze achievement for Chaos Factor. I'll scroll up here to look through the drop history in a second. Show you the kills and achievement unlocks. Can't believe I forgot that. I mean, I guess I can believe that I forgot that, but probably should just let it keep recording, you know? Okay, so it looks like we got one kill is kill 249, kill 250, kill 251, kill 252, and here's 253. So you miss like, I don't know, 5 kills if you include the one that Chaos got. Just achievements, pretty much. That's all we're doing over here. I'm gonna work on fixing the life split timer here in a second. I just gotta juggle all these frickin' potions. Timer's running again. It should be roughly correct. Okay, we got crashed at the end there, but I gotta go in a few minutes to prep for stream anyway, so... Okay, when I get back, I'm probably gonna clean up my bank, alch some stuff, move things around, clean some herbs. Just got a lot of cleanup to do, basically. And at some point I gotta go even up with Chaos Factor, but we should be able to figure that part out. Hey there, I'm back. I need to do some AFK stuff, but it's possible that the next Slayer task I get is gonna be AFK. Something like Kraken would be amazing. So I am going to quickly finish up my current Slayer task. I do want to do this Elite Clue Scroll, but do this first. And if I don't get something AFK, then I'm just going to go Motherlode Mine, get some work done. Task complete. Let's see what's next. Gargoyles. Beautiful. Okay, so... that is an AFK task, but I have to spend some of the gargoyle kills on the Grotesque Guardians, get their achievements. So I'm going to go to Motherlode Mine and try to get my work done here. But that's very exciting. I need to review the Grotesque Guardian achievements. I don't know if there's any that are going to be tricky. I understand that they patched them recently to make them better, that you can like pick up the orbs in the final phase without taking damage, which is really nice because taking damage was really annoying. And like trying to rush the phase didn't work most of the time. I got a lot of work to do, so I might be mining for a long time. This might be a really long fast forward. Whenever I get back, we'll do that Slayer task. All right, I'm about out of time for now, so we're gonna call it there. The plan is to do this clue scroll. Let me go ahead and put that in my inventory so I don't forget that it's there. Do this clue scroll, probably clean up the bank a bit because we only have like 7 slots left and I've got tons of things I can alch and put in other places. And then definitely do Grotesque Guardians and try to get as many achievements as humanly possible from that fight. It seems like Grotesque Guardians has an absurd number of achievements, including several Grandmaster ones, or at least a lot of speedrunning stuff, which I'm less interested in. So I might draw the line somewhere in the Elite achievement tier and then happily go back to just AFK killing regular gargoyles. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Have a good night. See ya. Hey, good morning. I'm on the stream PC, so my render finished okay. But I'm still kind of waking up, so I'm going to keep doing mining for just a little bit before we go to Grotesque Guardians. All right, away we go. I haven't done Grotesque Guardians in a really long time, so we'll see how rusty I am here. It looks like almost all of the achievements are of the don't take damage variety, so... What a great first kill. Perfect kill on the first kill. Let me see what all I still need after that. That might be most of the achievements that I needed, to be honest. Using as that is. So I've gotten less than 2 minutes before, so I can try to go for that. I probably need to bring a special attack weapon against Dusk. Kill the boss 10 times without leaving the instance. Yeah, I might be okay to just not do these couple elite tasks. I don't plan to do the elite diary, and I guess if I do, I don't mind coming back here, but I'll try to go for perfect Grotesque Guardians too, but I feel like I'm not going to hit that. Alright, so these kills are going okay. I think getting 10 times without leaving the instance is going to be a little rough, so I'm going to try bringing the Saradomin God Sword to help with that. I'm also going to have to get super lucky to get the under 2 minute kill, which I've done before, but I think that was with the aid of special attack weapons. I guess I'm going to go for the do it 10 times without leaving the instance one first. That's probably the harder one. It's another granite hammer drop. Dragon med helm. Neat. God damn it. That was my 5th kill for Perfect Grotesque Guardians 2, and I screwed it up because one of the orbs was hidden under all this loot. So I guess next time I'm just going to move the loot into a corner so I don't accidentally do that. That's so annoying. It was the easiest thing to avoid happening. Alright, I'm going to start picking this stuff up and moving it into a corner because I can't afford to have that happen again. That was really shitty. Alright, let's try it again with all that shit in the corner. Oh man. I'm really bummed about that happening. I might be able to recover it, but still, it's like, jeez. Whew. Perfect Grotesque Guardians 2 and From Dusk. So, that's really good. I was pretty worried about that. 10 times without leaving the instance. I'm not going to do 20 times without leaving the instance. It's going to have to be... It's a master one anyway, but at least now it doesn't matter if I get hit or not. In less than 2 minutes is the only one that's left. It's an elite one. I feel like I should really try to go for it, but there's not really anything I can do to target it specifically, unfortunately. So, and I'm going to be out of prayer potions soon if they don't drop some. We'll see what happens. I need to start bringing a small stack of nature runes here in case I get in this situation where I have multiple alchemables. I have to leave some stuff behind here. Alright, now I'm going to try to go for the first speedrun achievement. I have gotten under a 2-minute kill before. It would be nice if that registered since it knows that I got that record and just gave me the achievement. But oh shit, these guys don't drop elite blue scrolls, do they? Oh, they totally do. It's only 1 in 230, but we should do those. I should do that scroll before I do anything else. Man, I have to clean up my bank, so doing the elite clue scroll, trying to get the speedrun achievement is the goal. Once I finish the elite clue, I might quickly go and try to finish getting all my missing music tracks from being away. Yeah, I think I just have to go into 2 clan rooms, and then unfortunately I have to do the little Baronite shard thing in Ruins of Camdazal. So I need to figure out exactly how many Baronite shards I need to get in there. But then we'll come back and try to get the speedrun achievement against the Grotesque Guardians. Then I'll just kill regular gargoyles for the rest of that task. 750 Baronite shards. Jesus. Alright, well, that's fine. It's not the biggest time sink ever. Elite Casket. What we got? A Master Clue. I haven't had one of these in a minute. Haven't built this stash yet. Dragon Crystal Pickaxe. I do have an extra Dragon Pickaxe. And I can probably pick up an extra Helm of Thetis Knot. I have no other use for an extra Dragon Pickaxe, so that's neat. I need a Rune Boots. Jesus. I think I need money to get a new Helm of Thetis Knot. Let's see. And then I don't know what's Master Stash. Let me check. Mahogany, I think. Mahogany Plank, Bronze Nails, Gold Leaf. Oh, I need a boost to make it, don't I? Huh. I think I can do so from inside my house, but I don't remember if the buff is lost when I leave. Okay, so I think the construction boost does persist. I just have to be able to make it to the soul altar before it goes away. So I guess that's why we want preserve. Let me see if I remember how the hell to do this. I think I just have to make it there with +2 up. Alright, stash tab built. Can deposit stuff in it. Perfect. Alright, pretty early casket there. Master casket. Come on, give me something good. It's a mimic! That's even better. Alright, I don't remember how to fight the mimics, so let me look it up real quick. Be my 3rd mimic kill, which is kind of fun. You pretty much just protect from melee and then run around so you don't get hit by the candy and don't walk under the boss. Well, the ads are kind of kicking my ass here. Hopefully this is fine. I think I'll be okay, but I probably should have brought Ceradoban Brews. Got it. Okay. Alright. Let's see what we got from the Mimic. Something cool would be great. Here we go. It's really boring. 500 blood runes is extra from the Mimic. What a boring chest. And it's worth like 450k, but still. I kind of want to look at the collection log here. Where are we on pages? Okay. I think I've done some page trading in the past, but definitely have one of each page. Done enough clues you'd hope I would. Yeah, well, that was very exciting. I kind of need to do something chill for a second before I go back to Grotesque Guardians. Oh, right. I was going to do something chill before Grotesque Guardians. I'm sitting here like, what was I doing? My plan was to go get the song track that's in Camdazal Ruins. So I will do that. I think there's 2 tracks to unlock inside the clan hall, so I'm going to go in there too because I haven't been in there yet. Maybe I'll get some more artifacts to turn in for kudos while I'm in there. Cleanliness. And then there's supposed to be a piano here. It's fun. That wasn't the one I was thinking about. Background music. There's Rhapsody. Okay, that leaves just one more track. 666 tracks in the game. Need 750 Baronite shards. This might take a little bit, but it should be AFK enough for me to get a little bit of work done here. And I'll try to gear up and see if we can get this speedrun kill on the Grotesque Guardians. Alright, fueling the Sacred Forge. Just store all of these, I guess. And I have to figure out how to do the little ruins thing. I think it's just up through here, maybe? I don't care about any of the rewards from it, I just want the music track. Race against the clock. Now we have access to do the music cape again, so that's the reason we came here. Looks like it's pretty easy to get all the lockboxes here once you know how to do this. I didn't research it at all beforehand because I assume the loot's not very good since it's for free-to-play players. Alright, that's fine. Oh, did I have to open the treasure in the vault? What? Hold on. I mean, it didn't matter because I wasn't there for the treasure, and I guess the drops are bad, but you have to exit from where they came in before the time runs out. Okay, well, that's fine. I just wanted the song. I finished some of the work I had to do, so I'm going to sit at the bank for a second and set up Grotesque Guardians. Okay, so I am probably going to give up on this whole speedrun achievement. I've done it before, and I just don't want to fight Grotesque Guardians that many times. But I'll give it a college try. We'll do a few runs with the Crystal Halberd to try to burn him down really fast at the end there. Okay, so that didn't go great. All of my Crystal Halley specs whiffed, unfortunately. So I have to save spec, because I think in order to get the time, I'm going to have to have all specs complete. So something I could try, in fact, I think I'm going to do this. I think coming in here with the summon is going to help. I got to change up my supplies quite a bit, but since I'm just here for the speedrun achievement, it doesn't really matter. Forgot my Book of the Dead, but we're headed back. Let's give this a shot. Well, so much for that attempt. I think I have to rush and not pick up the orbs for this to be possible, so... But I just got bad luck on DPS there. Glad they changed the orbs because, like, having to rush that felt so bad in the past. Keep screwing this up. I thought you could break her if she was under 5%, but I guess you can't. You just can't get the lucky hits. I've done it every other round, I think. Just can't get the stars to align, I guess. Pain in the ass. I'm not hitting at the end here. I usually hit him for like 60 repeatedly. What the hell is happening? Why can I not hit him there? 209. God, that was awful and annoying. This is a fight. $148. New personal best. Alright. Do I give a shit about the rest of the achievements? Probably not, but let me check. And the remaining ones are master. One is do it in sub 140, which is maybe possible with extremely lucky rolls. But in order for me to care about that, I'd also have to do 20 times without leaving the instance, which I'm not interested in doing this run. So I think that makes the decision for me. I'm going to leave, and we're going to call Grotesque Guardians done, because we've done all the hard and elite achievements and one of the master achievements. And if some crazy 1,000+ hour from now future version of myself wants to do the master achievements, they're welcome to do that. They're probably going to need some better gear anyway. In that case, I'm just going to gear up to do regular gargoyles. Task complete. I got extra points for it being a multiple of 10. Let's see what the next one is. No superiors. I haven't seen superiors since I came back to the game. Hellhounds in Taverley. Wow. Konar is so nice. Actually, that's great, because Hellhounds were the one task that, if she assigned me anywhere other than Taverley, I wouldn't be able to do Cerberus, right? So, okay. I have to research Cerberus, because I forgot how to fight her. It's been a really long time since we did it. And I got all of her drops, so I don't need to fight her for anything. It would just be for the achievements. Also, I think I need to move my house temporarily to have a better teleport for while we're fighting her. I'll look it up. I guess I'm going to do this hard clue scroll first. Oh boy. Cerberus, one of them is kill Cerberus without any of the summoned souls being spawned. I've definitely done that before. Oh, right. There's like a method that I did, isn't there? No ghost strategy. Hey! I actually wrote the wiki strategy article on the no ghost strategy. So, yeah, I think I'll try to do that. I think once I get these Cerberus achievements, the only other Slayer boss that I need is Kraken. But I'll double check the full list here in a second, just in case I'm forgetting one. So obviously there's Sire, which still requires 250 kills, so I need to get assigned Sire one more time. I couldn't have done that last attempt. Hydra. All the ones I haven't done for Hydra are Master and Grandmaster, so I'm not missing anything there. Cerberus I'm about to do. Confirming the ones I don't have for Grotesque Guardians are all Master, Grandmaster. Yeah. Kill it super fast. Kill it super, super fast. And kill it 20 times in a row. I don't remember if Thermi needs to be fought on task. It might be. Only attack and a smoke double task. Yeah, okay, so Kraken and Thermi are the only two assignments I need to be able to get the achievements. Okay. Right on. That's fine. I think what I'll probably do is I'll get all the Cerberus achievements, and then rather than finish the Hellhounds task, I'll just go block it, because I really have no reason to ever fight her again. And I feel confident that I can do all of her achievements, which is nice. Alright, hard casket. Nothing. Okay, I'm going to split the recording here, take a short break, read up again, remind myself how Cerberus works, and then hopefully we can knock out most of these achievements pretty quickly. Yo, I'm back. Let's give this a try. I think I kind of remember how this fight works. Talk to an estate agent really quick to change my house to Taverley temporarily. House has been moved to Taverley. Okay. So I think you count to 11, and then after you count to 11, you count to 3. And then you get him below 400, her below 400 hit points after that. Then you have to count to the 20th attack for lava. This room's open, but I gotta remind myself what prayers to use. I think there's like a combo attack, right? Triple attack. First attack, every 10 attacks in sequence, magic ranged melee. 23 damage can be fully blocked by prayer. Magic range melee. Other than that, she just uses. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay. I think I got the No Ghosts achievement, which is funny that I got that one first because I think that's supposed to be the hardest one. Let me review the other ones real quick. Negate 6 or more attacks from summoned souls. Don't take damage from lava pools. Don't take melee damage, which possibly requires that I do it ranged, but I'll try to practice better. I still don't have a good handle on what to pray and all that. Try to get the ones that involve me eating souls. Actually kill the boss for it to be over, I think. Got anti-bite mechanics, which I think is the no melee one, but I'm still missing. I didn't get the absorb multiple hits one for some reason. Hold on. Yeah, I'm really rusty on this boss. I had this boss down like perfectly before. Servers after successfully getting 6 or more attacks from summoned souls. I thought I did that. Alright, I'll try one more time, I guess. Should be able to get the lava one without too much trouble. I did that one with no lava, I think. Yeah, okay. So pretty much it's just eat 6 ghost attacks. Or we'll pray against 6 ghost attacks. And if I can beat her then I don't ever have to fight her again, which would be nice. And I'll also block hellhounds. I guess the interesting thing with this is that I like have to be sloppy for this last kill. I try to just force out the ghosts here. Ghostbuster. Oh, that was easy. Cerberus is donezo. Look at that green. That's very satisfying. Okay, cool. I'm going to change gear. I'm just going to go ahead and finish this Hellhounds task. It's fine. You know, I don't want to finish this task, actually. I want to take advantage of the opportunity to block it, so I'm going to go do that. It's more miserable than I remembered. At least in the Taperley dungeon. Steel dragons. Hooray. These steel dragon tasks are a lot more tolerable with the Dragon Hunter Lance. Jeez. Task complete. Go see what's next here. Abyssal demons in Karend. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Hopefully, it's too bad I didn't roll that with Duradel. I'm going to think about whether I actually want to do that or not. Abyssal demons are just an awful task. They're very slow. I guess on the plus side, I need more whips. I need to consume more whips for abyssal tentacles, and I don't plan to farm these things off task, so I guess I'll just suck it up. I'll use Arclight because I got a million charges on that thing. Why not? Hopefully I don't regret it. I'll try to keep an eye on my charge usage, I suppose. Actually, this thing only has 6,000 charges, so I am not going to do that. And I'll bring the Ash Sanctifier, even though they haven't added the Elite Diary thing back into the game yet. I feel like they're probably going to patch it in tomorrow. Tomorrow is patch day. And then I'll be sad. Thistlehead? Really? It's actually somewhat rare, I think? Huh, no kidding. Let me look that up really quick. It's a 1 in 6,000. Interesting. I'm glad I lucked out and never got one from Unsired. That would have sucked. 1 in 6K. I think I got one from a sire in Leagues. I don't remember. Finally got a superior mob. First time since coming back to RuneScape. I can only pray that I get the Imbued Heart, but it's like a 1 in 300 chance, so I don't think it's happening. I guess that maybe is an advantage too if I get another Hydra task to fighting the regular Hydras rather than the Alchemical Hydra boss. Because their superior has like a 1 in 20 chance to roll the unique drop table. So we'll see when we get there. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. Dark Totem Base, that's it. I'll take that though, I need those. A Dragonstone drop? Curious what the drop rate is on that. 1 in 4K. Man, that and the head. What a task. Hey, got an Abyssal Whip. Oh, I'm glad I didn't skip the task, I guess. Right on. That's exciting. Alright, task complete. Let's see what's next. Dust Devils. Usually I would be very excited about this task, but I don't want Slayer XP, so I don't care that much. I guess it's potentially fast chances at a superior, which gets me more totem pieces. I would like to actually finish Scoties though. Oh, I got a hard clue scroll, so I'm gonna do that real quick. I think the prayer XP is okay with the Ash Scatterer on these barrage tasks. I've heard that it's pretty good. It's kind of unfortunate that I already finished all of that, all my Slayer grinding before the Ash Scatterer came out. Actually, in this case, I'm thinking of whether I should save that task for tomorrow. There's be a patch tomorrow, which could very easily include the Elite Diary Ash Scatterer upgrade. I don't want to sit on it for a really long time, but I guess if I sit on it for one day, I shouldn't regret it. I'll think about it. Let me go do the clue scroll, and then I'll see if there's something else I can do instead of Slayer in the meantime. Hard Casket. First time I've seen a collection log pop up from clues. All right, I'll go deposit that. All right, here, I'll give you something different. Technically, I would like to level up Hunter and Agility. Agility 92 for the Sepulcher, and Hunter at least 83, I think, so I can net Dragon Implings, but I think eventually 89. I'm going to go do Herbivore, because why not? I haven't done Herbivore in a really long time. See how tolerable it is. I might bail if it's a huge pain in the ass, but I think it'll be fine. It's moderately AFK to my recollection, and I get to wear Graceful again. I haven't worn Graceful in forever, ever since I got the house pool and all these crazy teleports. I probably am going to come back and do more of this, but I'm coming up on stream start time, so I got to prep. And I'll warp out. Yo, I said that I would get 100 levels so that I can catch Dragon Implings with a net, and I'm going to do what I said I would do. And then I'm probably going to go to bed. I'm falling behind on a work project that I need to get done, so tomorrow is probably just going to be a shitload of Motherload Mine. Looks like there's still some leftover UI stuff. I decided to check out the World 345 Deadman mode world, because I was kind of interested in trying the Deadman mode reborn thing that they're doing later this year. Today's August 10th, 2021. And I was like, I'm going to go check out the Deadman server to see what that's like. And I played it for about an hour, and I was like, this is like Leagues, but not as good as Leagues. So I already quit. But I teleported to Lumbridge at some point, and it looks like RuneLight kept that. I am going to play a shitload of Leagues 3, though. Like, Leagues is, I love it. I don't think I'm going to go for Dragon or anything like that, but I am going to go pretty sweaty. I might try to get, like, the Quest Cape would be cool. There's 83 Hunter. I can now catch Dragon Implings with a net, which is very exciting. So I wasn't go to bed, but I'm doing something that got about 30 minutes left on it. So related to Implings, I still would like to try to get an Elven Signet. So I'm going to go to Pryphthenus and hop to see if I bump into a Crystal Impling. Should probably move my house back there. I love how I moved my house. Spent 55k to move my house for 4 kills. But I didn't know how long it was going to take me to get the Cerberus achievements, so. Oh, I got a Elite Clue Scroll. I guess if I catch more of them, I won't open them until I finish this Elite Clue Scroll. Man, just adding a comment here that I've caught an enormous number of these. 5 now? Doesn't seem that enormous for the amount of time that's passed, but when I've previously tried to do this, there have been just bots doing this constantly. So I wonder if it just became less profitable, or what happened here that I'm able to catch so many of these, and I haven't seen a single person running around doing it. There's another one, number 6. This is great. I might just do this as an AFK thing for some time, because very low attention. Stand here until the RuneLight notification goes off. Anyway, back to it. I tried some other methods for catching these and did get a few. Got a surprising number of them in the bank, actually. I would like to open them before I go to sleep, so I'm going to do this Elite Clue Scroll really quickly, and we'll see what happens after I open them. I've got a total of 10 Implings in a pretty short window there. Alright, got an Elite Casket. I had to go to the Abyss. Here we go. Let's open it up. Nothing. I got pretty addicted to the unique rate leaks. Alright, I'm going to open the other 9 Crystal Implings. Let's go. Gotta clean up my bank again, too. Yikes. Alright, what we got? Rune Dart Tips, Amulets of Power, Rune Arrows, Baby Dragon Bones, 7 Ranar Seeds, Crystal Acorn, 2 Crystal Acorns. Okay. So nothing amazing. I didn't get the Elven Signet or anything, but the Crystal Acorns in particular are actually quite exciting because I'm going to need to get a lot of Crystal Seeds. I'm going to need to get a lot of Crystal Seeds. Just say that. Oh yeah, plant pots. That's the thing. While I'm here, I'm going to do the crystal chest because I haven't done that in a while. Holy shit, I've got 33 crystal keys. Where did I get all these? It's not letting me open the chest. Am I... Oh, right, I have to do an enhanced right. Right. My bad. Yeah, that's why I have so many keys, because I have to spend shards to do that. And the shards don't always return 100%. Okay, so this might actually be a bad usage of shards, but I don't care. I think on average it is pretty close to being even. It's like 10 per key or something. Okay. Alright, so I probably just committed an enormous mistake and burned hundreds of crystal shards on crystal keys, but I just want to get them out of my bank. And maybe we'll get something cool. Expecting to have to do hundreds and hundreds of corrupted gauntlet runs anyway, so I should get more than enough crystal shards from that in theory. So I think when I said that it breaks even, that's assuming that you get some crystal acorns, which I am not getting. I've gotten a single crystal acorn from this thing. Yeah, because this came in less than half, but a crystal acorn would catch it up a bit. Okay, made it through a lot, but not all of my keys. Actually, I only have 3 left, so maybe once I plant this crystal acorn, I should be able to finish that, and then that won't be on my mind anymore. And I'll probably come up 300 crystal shards short of being able to enchant my F-bow, and I'm going to scream at my prior self, what the hell were you doing? As you are no doubt screaming at me right now. I got to go back to the farming guild, I forgot, because I need to get a planter pot to plant this thing. I forgot that this kind of is a pain in the ass, isn't it? That's why you, like, make all of your saplings early. You have to, like, water it and shit. Oh, God. This is why I'm 99 farming, so I don't have to do this shit anymore. Okay, I planted the thing. I got stuff to do tomorrow. Probably going to hold off on the Dust Devils task so I can get this work done. Just going to pop over to Motherlode Mine, likely. Want to try to finish up the hard achievements, and then I think the elite achievements wall is going to remain a wall for some time. I'm just going to stop there, and we'll try to focus on stuff that actually prepares for the Inferno. I'll see ya.
Hello, I was really planning to be a bad guy and not do my work for another day and go do Slayer tasks and stuff, but the game update's been delayed by a day, so it's going to force me to work. Game update won't be out till tomorrow, so I won't know if they'll implement the Ash Scatterer thing. I might still end up taking a break to do some God Wars dungeon, but I think I'm going to alch stuff, and then I'm going to roll over to Motherlode Mine, try to get work done. So this might be a really long fast forward. I'll see ya. I've got 10 Konar keys. I'm gonna turn those in really quick since I keep forgetting to do that. And then I'll go otherload mine. There's the reward from doing that. 1.1 mil GP worth of stuff. Alright, we're about to go do some Ziliana and Kree. Here we're going to do Ziliana first. And fortunately, I no longer have that twisted bow. I think I mentioned earlier. It's still unlocked on my account. If I magically had a billion gold, I would buy one, but I don't. Probably going to bring summon runes to this one. So this is technically an opportunity to use the Twisted Buckler, but I think I'm going to not bring it because I want to equivalent exchange this thing for the Dragon Hunter crossbow once I have enough money for it. And by my rules, I don't want to use an item, like rent it, and then exchange it out for another item. It's under those same rules that I haven't equivalent exchanged the Twisted Bow drop and bought a Kodai one because I've already used the Twisted Bow for content. So this is just going to sit here and I'm going to bring something else as an offhand. Got to bring the Book of the Dead. Of fucking course I did. Brought the runes and everything. Chaos got his achievement. Now I'm trying to get mine. Got it. Commander Showdown. Holy shit, Sarah Doman Helt. No fucking kidding. I think that's the same drop rate. So I can finally equivalent exchange that for the ACB after all this time. We were so dry on this drop. So dry. Wow, I'm floored and delighted. And we're only here for like 3 kills. Not the millions of kills on previous trips that we've been on. Incredible. Alright, warping out of here. That's fucking great. I almost couldn't be happier. Let me review the costs here. Yeah, 1 in 508. We're done with Ziliana. I have all of her drops now, and I have the important one for the Inferno, and that was part of the reason why I was not doing the Inferno, because I couldn't get that stupid thing to drop. Also, it's the luckiest form of equivalent exchange because the Sarah Hilt is worth more than the ACB. So I'm probably going to have to sell some more bonds to pay for the split with Chaos, but it's fine. Caught up a little bit on that, but we haven't really done group bossing in a long time. Man, it was literally like 4 kills. Let's go do this equivalent exchange thing right now. I'm going to put it in the spreadsheet, of course. Sarah Doman Hilt is being equivalent exchanged for Armadale crossbow. All right, sold it for 24,750,501. Let me put the note here. What I can probably just do is split the money with Chaos and then buy the ACB later. And just say that it's unlocked as a purchase. Let me see how much it's going for though. 2750. Yeah, no big deal. All right, well that was very exciting. I'm gonna take a break until Chaos gets back. I'll see ya. All right, split with Chaos Factor. It's not burning a hole in my pocket. I might still sell some bonds so that I can buy the ACB, because it would be nice to have. But I might also just try to save up the money for it. It's not super far off. I need like 3 mil or something. Actually, put the Hydra leather, because I'm officially going to trade that for... We got the go-ahead from Discord that it's reasonable to trade that for the Hydra tail. So I think if I make that exchange, then I have enough money here. Even if I buy the Hydra tail immediately. Let's see. Oh, I didn't realize it was this close to 4 million. Neat. I thought it was only 3 mil. Cool. You definitely want to just pay for the tail. There we go. ACB. Get. Very exciting indeed. All right, I need to look up what the hell we take to Kree here. It's been a while. You go ahead and actually grab the Book of the Dead immediately so I don't forget this time. So nice to have this ACB finally after all this time. I guess everything else is helping too. Hey, got the achievement. So we get it for Chaos. Alright, so now we're done with the God of War's dungeon achievements. I'm gonna sit and try to figure out
how much the split's going to have to come out to with me and Chaos, so I'm just going to sign out while I look through the screenshots and do that math. I'll give you an update when I get back. Hey, I'm back. I think I've got the cash situation calculated. Go do some trading with Chaos real quick. Alright, so I owe Chaos 414k, which fortunately I can afford. And we are evened up. Beautiful. Alright, so I might head back to Motherlode Mine here. I still have more achievements to do, but waiting to do most of the wilderness ones until Dead Man Mountain starts. Hopefully that's going to reduce the population in the wilderness. We'll see, though. Alright, back to mining. Achievement diaries will continue soon. I guess just confirming here. Hard, we're at, we need 12 more. Pretty much just Callisto, Chaos Elemental, Chaos Fanatic, Calphite Queen, Kraken. I'm still trying to fish for that task. The Nightmare is going to be a little rough. 150 Dagonoth Prime kills is going to be a little rough as a Supreme. Venenatus, Vedion. So a bunch of wilderness bosses, Calphite Queen, Kraken, and the Nightmare and DKs. You know, I've been doing mining for like 70 hours or something, and I completely forgot that Preserve affects the mining boost. That would have been really nice when I was needing to boost to get Rune Ore. Oh well, I guess I haven't had Preserve for most of my playthrough, so I should probably retire here to prep for stream, so I'm going to sign off, but we'll be back. Likely more mining. Hey, I'm back, and I'm probably going to be in here for a long time. See ya. Check 1 2 test. Oh god, that's annoying. I don't know when this happened, but NVIDIA broadcast RTX voice crashed. I wanted to come over here after hitting, I don't know if it missed the 89 ding, but I hit 89 mining and I wanted to boost to 92 with the Dragon Pickaxe and Preserve to just kind of check out Amethyst and see what the deal was. It's a much further walk than I thought it was going to be, so I'm definitely not going to be like warping here and warping back to my house to restore my special attack energy and just doing this over and over. Especially seeing how long it takes to mine. Like, it seems pretty AFK, but also seems quite likely that I'll lose the boost while I'm trying to mine and then not actually get an amethyst ore. So I'm learning not to do this. Yep, I only ever got 1 ore anyway. Probably need to wait until I actually hit 92 before I fuck with that. But it's neat, I guess, to see that that's how that works. I'm going to head back to Motherlode Mine. I was saying that I still have a shitload of work to do, so even though we just hit 89, even though I've got 11 hours to go until 90, probably going to stay here for a while. I might take a break to step out and do the Slayer task for Dust Devils, especially if they change the Ash Sanctifier tomorrow, but we'll see when we get there. I'm going to check. I think I have the requisite levels to do everything I need to do to this Amethyst. If I don't, I haven't looked it up in a while, probably give me some incentive to go get those level ups, you know? I think it's Chisel, right? I want to make Amethyst Dart Tips. You need a crafting level of 89 to make Amethyst Dart Tips. My crafting level is 88. Well, in theory, I have a shitload of gems from all this shit I've been doing. I guess it's not a shitload of gems, but it's a lot of gems. Curious to see how much crafting XP I can get. I'm going to go to bed here soon. I'm going to be picking back up with mining shortly. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buy the gem packs here. So I have hundreds gold nuggets, 408 gold nuggets. And at some point I am going to go and like manually mine for soft clay, but get 10 of these, why not? So all representing crafting XP is the way I see it. That's the whole price check. Doesn't seem super worth it for 400 gold nuggets, but alright. It's XP. XP is XP. I don't know why I just did crafting 89, but crafting 89. You can now craft Zenite rings, and Amethyst Dart Tips. I think I need to get to 90 crafting to be able to boost +5 to make a Tormented Bracelet. Not looking forward to going back to Demonic Gorillas. Those are dark times, but I guess I will have to somewhat soon. I'm going to make
N amethyst dart, because why not? And then I'm gonna go to bed. 8 amethyst dart tips. Hooray. Okay, so I just have to do that a couple thousand more times. And then I can be prepared for the Inferno, maybe. Partially prepared for the Inferno. Good morning. New day for me. Lots and lots of mining to come, so let's go for it. Oh, I should add, I correctly predicted they were adding the Ash Sanctifier upgrade today. So I will likely go do that Dust Devil's task, even if it's just a break from mining. So something I'm debating, I'm talking about this here in chat. They just added beta worlds for the Tombs of Amasket rewards, and Inferno is open. So I theoretically have an entire week that I could spend practicing the Inferno for free, which I should do. I should definitely do it. It would be a little painful to spend that many hours on something that represents no progress for my account, but also if I did it on my account, it would represent no progress because I'm already about to max range and magic anyway. So it would just be supplies lost. So I think the smart thing to do would be to go try it. What I'm more interested in, though, is if they have the triple Jad task unlocked. I'm not sure if they unlock that one too, but apparently anyone that was able to practice that task when it was available, it's very helpful. You don't have to survive a ton of waves to get to practice something hard. You can just do it as much as you like. So in a second here, maybe we'll just do it after I finish unloading this stuff. I'll try swapping in the beta world and see what exactly I can get into. I don't have a lot of time today or even this weekend to practice the Inferno, but if I can get just a little bit of practice in, and it would be nice to do it, because my previous small amount of practice, I got maybe 30 waves in, was on the League server, which had like a double tick attack rate, so it wasn't really representative of what the content's actually like on live. If I went to do it, I probably would not bring any of the Tombs of Amasket rewards. I would just attempt it with normal gear. All right, let me go take a look. I think we just hop to the beta world. Beta. Tombs of Amasket weapons. Switch to your temporary profile. No idea how this works. Never been on a beta world before. Holy shit. Just loads you into Ferox Enclave as maxed account. Okay, makes sense. Starts you with a scythe and a blowpipe. And all of the new weapons, gear. I think there's supposed to be a place I can go to get gear. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe it's in here. Gear supplies. Ah. Wow. This is kind of crazy. Okay. So I'd want to take the gear that I'm realistically actually going to use, right? So let me see if I can figure that out. Probably going to end up on the Verax helm, which I think I have on live. I actually don't remember. Armadil for now, since I haven't actually gotten the F-bow drop. Do the Master Wand, because that's what I'm actually going to have. Probably going to be Amethyst Bolts, I would assume. Diamond Bolts, maybe? Probably not going to be able to bring Diamond Dragon Bolts. Although I guess I can, because I think you only need them for Zuck. Pharaoh's Gloves. Got my Mage gear set up. Let me try to get my switches here. Let's see if I can find a bank and get back here. I'm leaving the timer running because I feel like if I'm going to do any testing here, I should absolutely record it. I think this is as good as I'm going to get, so it's pretty good. What I want to know is, can I do the Jad task? I got to change my settings. I wish your settings carried over. Yeah. Trying to see if the triple Jad challenge is available, because that's the main thing I'm going to want to practice here. I don't care as much about the rest of it. Server does have infinite run energy, which is a little alarming, but it should be okay. Zarkat Rack, apparently. There's people here going to practice it. I think it totally works. Of course I'm brave enough. Let's try the first one. It's just Jad, right? God, what a setup. I don't remember making these at all. I'm actually supposed to barrage these off of him. I'm not sure though. Seems to be working as practice at the moment. I need to figure out if I'm supposed to use the blowpipe against him, because I'm not actually sure about that. Probably want regular bastion potions. Alright, I killed a single Jad, and it was rougher than I was imagining it was going to be. So that's a little nervous about that. Just because of the blowpipe buff or nerf that he's so hard. It might be. A new challenge awaits. I want to see if I get up to triple. I don't care to practice anything harder than that. I read the Jad description on the Inferno strategy page. Twisted bow is the most effective weapon against Jad. That makes me so sad, because I do not have one. Followed by the blowpipe. Okay. God, I wish I still had that. Double Jads. Let's give it a try. Why not? Suicide here. Not a great start. I need to switch spell books. Let me see if I can try to do that real quick. I gotta practice the healers here. My usual rule of only do one thing per prayer switch is not working amazing here. Really glad I'm doing this practice. This would have been completely demoralizing if I kept getting this far against triple Jads. This is double Jads and I'm dying repeatedly. It'd be so much worse against triple Jads. Definitely never gonna be able to talk during this though. I have to turn off music for this part as much as I like the Inferno music. Learning new strategies though. It seems like Blood Barrage is the way to go on the ads. Alright, that did much better. Alright, I'm tempted to try this with an F-bow. I just want to see what the difference is. It would be good for me to find out that the blowpipe is unacceptable. I assume the F-bow is available. The F-bow requires crystal armor set, right? I don't know if I can get the crystal armor. I might not be able to. Try using it without crystal armor to see if it significantly changes anything. It'd probably be useful to try that out anyway. I mean, the main reason I'm dying here is due to failure to perform, but the problem is that because the blowpipe accuracy is so bad, you have to perform for so long that I feel like the marathon is going to get me killed eventually. I mean, maybe it's better to practice when I'm having to marathon. Really glad I'm doing this. I almost opted out of messing around with this. I was like, I should just do it live, but I've died to double Jads like 22 times. So can you imagine spending 3 hours and shitloads of supplies getting to Jad to try to practice this and just failing? Like, holy crap. I'm really glad that this option exists. Let's see if this bow is even any good without the crystal armor, since I don't think they made the crystal armor accessible. Definitely learning things, though. Turn music off. How to deal with the healers. It's already going way better with the F-bow. So I think that's telling me I have to grind for this before I ever attempt the Inferno. I cannot rely on the blowpipe. Okay, I definitely have some targeting issues still that I need to work out. I really got to figure out how to do these healers without getting hit. I think the couple times I've been able to pull them, it's been because I've gotten lucky on prayer switches, so I need to start setting a mental priority or something. I think I just got to accept that he's going to get a full heal, which is a lot easier to stomach if you've got the F-bow. Because you can DPS him back down pretty fast. And when I was using the blowpipe, I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to lose all this damage. I need to stop thinking about that because it literally doesn't matter. Because the F-bow is so strong. So let's just take our time until we have an opening to pull the healers off of him, I think. We should watch a video to see where you're supposed to stand in these cases too, so I'm not sure. Okay. Learning some important lessons here. This is really, really good. Finally killed a Jad. First time. Should be able to kill the other one without too much trouble. Okay, I've learned the most important humanly possible lesson in practice here, that you need to be really slow about gathering the healers rather. Like, Jad's gonna get full health. You are not gonna stop Jad from getting full health. It is not worth trying to run through him or do any other bullshit, especially since you can get them out of sync if you run through him. I might want to try this again with the blowpipe later just to prove I can do it, but this went significantly more smoothly when I slightly changed up my strategy. Okay, finally did double Jad. I think that was, how many attempts? 5 minutes. Alright, checking now if in fact triple Jads is available. I'm praying. It is. Oh, thank God. Okay. My heart is racing because I'm so excited that I can practice triple Jads here. This, I said it in clan chat here, but this is basically a 100 plus hour time save. Like, imagine if every time I just died 28 times to 2 Jads. Remember, if every time I did that, I was going through the Inferno the whole time and spending millions in supplies. This is huge. Okay, I'm gonna stay here until I can do the third challenge, and then once I do the third challenge, I'm probably gonna like come in and practice this more often before the beta worlds go away. Because holy shit. Okay, I died. I missed a prayer, but it already went way better in previous attempt. Okay, finding the time to switch to the spell tab to barrage is really rough because you have almost no time. So hopefully this doesn't come down to just being lucky. Okay, I do not know how to switch to barrage quickly enough. This is a problem. I'm probably going to have to just not cast spells on the first one and just slowly pick off the healers with the bow. I'm going to give that a try. But this is also an important lesson because double Jads do not work that way. It might be also I have slightly more lag. I feel like I need to like drive to Las Vegas where my ping is 0 to be able to beat this, you know? So long as triple Jads are up, at least with the ping that I have right now. Oh, there's a lower ping world. I didn't see that there was a West Coast world. Yeah, let's do that. That's closer to what I should have. Okay, I've got a separate profile there, don't I? Alright, we'll just stay on this one. Probably better to practice on the harder worlds anyway. Oh, it just resets me every time I leave. Okay. That is a pain in the ass, but got an inventory set up now, so I should be able to fix it. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to bring myself to practice the Inferno, but I think getting triple Jad down is insanely important. Insanely important. I'm going to do this with more supplies than I would realistically have because I think that triple Jad, I shouldn't be using many supplies. Maybe like a super restore, maybe a full super restore, maybe a couple brews if I really screw it up, but I don't need to simulate having low supplies as my point because I should be doing it without having to spend a ton of them. So this is just for convenience and I have to run back and forth to bank, I think. We're going to try this time with the healers to just pick them off manually instead of trying to barrage them. Oh, do I have to do... Did it reset my progress too? Oh, it totally did. All right, that's fine. That's fine. I need more practice anyway. Yeah, the extra range over the blowpipe seems pretty important too. Top of everything else. Difference in ping feels pretty palpable. It's only like 25 milliseconds. So you're talking about this kind of content, it matters, you know? I need to practice how to move the healers so that there's only one of them attacking me. This works. You can do this pretty calmly, it seems like. It's kind of crazy. This is like the difference between my first Fight Caves attempts and my more recent ones. One down. First try after having a reset.
Good sign. Well, I am using more prayer than I was expecting to, which is alarming. First try? Wow, the difference between having done it and not having done it is kind of enormous. Okay, let's try to do 3 Chad. Main chain is hit each mob individually. Oh yeah, the ping difference is very noticeable. Prayers were like lagging before, it was unacceptable. Thought I got to try it on a world that I'm realistically going to be able to use. Problem now is if I have to pop out to use a potion, it's getting me killed, so. But it still was much better than previous attempts by shooting the healers one by one. Probably practice healing. Definitely lost track of what was happening. Need to be able to continue to focus on the Jads and the prayer. It's not so bad at the beginning. Yeah, it's getting pretty tough to be able to keep watching them while I'm tagging the healers. Alright, it's okay, I'm gonna keep practicing. I feel like once you just kill one of them, this gets significantly easier. Letting myself get psyched out, I gotta stop that. Down to 2 for the first time. Did daydream for a second there while I was waiting for the boss to die. Two down. Once I get it to 2, it's no problem. I'm using so many super restores, that makes me really nervous. I don't know if I can get that far in the Inferno with that few prayer potions. I might have to watch some clears to see how many people are realistically using, to see if that was reasonable or not, because I have a feeling it was not reasonable. End up practicing the actual Inferno in Leagues 3. I think that makes sense. Whew, did it. Alright, that only took, how long did I spend on that? It's a couple hours of just triple Jad attempts. Alright, I'm going to try to do this one more time just to make sure that wasn't a fluke. Continue to be very worried about supply usage though. I think it's just muscle memory. It's pretty crazy. Muscle memory from the sound effects, maybe? One down. How quickly that went. I died to double Jads that time, but I started daydreaming. I think I probably had enough super restores for it to be possible, but I bring a fresh batch here. I really got to stay focused. It's easy for me to lose sight of what I'm doing, you know? Losing that Bastion potion is brutal too. Even if they were to shut down the servers right now, this has already been enormously valuable. I think they somehow made the prayer window more forgiving than it normally is in the main game. Not sure. Shit. I missed one prayer while I was grabbing a healer by like a frame or something. Well, to that point I had only used one full super restore, so... Alright, I want to get at least one more kill just to prove that it wasn't a fluke and I have learned the fight, but I think I'm just starting to psych myself out a bit here. I should do more of this rather than just say, hey, I got 2 kills and then quit. I should do significantly more of this, I think. Probably a pretty valuable practice there. I just practice healing while triple Jads are up. This is basically just muscle memory. You have to practice it a bunch of times. I don't think I can do it with the nerves of hours of Inferno attempts up before it. Let's calm down. Getting time dilation for this fight, which is really nice. And I can feel the mechanics slowing down, and it's feeling more reasonable. 2 down. Let's calm down. Breathe. This really makes one Jad feel like a joke. That interact highlight plugin is so useful to know that I'm not targeting the wrong thing. I really need to learn how to change the grouping on these healers. I have 2 of them on me. I take a lot of damage and I panic real fast. Probably based on their southwest tile or something. Or facing or something, I don't know. Okay. Took me 2 more minutes than the first attempt, but that's fine. I feel good about this. I can't say for sure that I would win on a real attempt, especially with all of the nerves and adrenaline of getting to the last attempt, but I feel much better about it. I will probably give this at least 1 or 2 more tries here before the league is done, or before the beta world is closed, I should say. But holy crap. Cool. All right. Triple Jad practiced. Okay. Well, that wasn't what I was expecting to do this morning. I was expecting to do a whole shitload of work. So give me a minute to gather myself here. Okay, I'm back from the beta worlds. I will probably head back over there later. I kind of want to see how the T-bow performs. Give myself some context for how people are actually attempting this in practice, right? Like, read some comments are like, you should only use 1 full super restore on triple Jads. And I'm like, I used 4. So where's the gap? People just doing this with like max gear or something? I'm guessing it just ultimately means that I have to do it without rigor. Maybe even with Eagle Eye. We'll see though. I have to actually get the F-bow in order to do it, which that's not going to be trivial. It's potentially 400 corrupted gauntlet clears, and I haven't done a single corrupted gauntlet clear, so. But I want to try to I think I'm going to try to go for 10 triple Jad KC on the beta worlds before they close, because I really need to get as much muscle memory as possible. And fortunately, some of that has stuck. Like, I did not keep my muscle memory for Cerberus, but I did mostly keep it for the Alchemical Hydra, for Sire, and for the Grotesque Guardians. So even if it takes me a while to get around to actually doing the Inferno, I think it's worth doing. And it will help me if I attempt it in Leagues 3, which I'm still hoping to do. Anyway, that's a lot of talking. Let's get back to many, many hours of mining as I work on my project here. Oh my goodness, it's been like 5 hours. I am delighted to announce that I have finished the stupid project I've been working on that's required me to do so much back-to-back motherload mine. Really ended up burning through a lot of my AFK time here. Because while we still have a ways to go to 92, I'm going to run out. I'm not going to have anything AFK left to do in this game. Or I'm going to have to invent something like, I don't know, Agility 92 or Hunter 90 or something. Anyway, my big project is done. I had said that I thought it was going to give me about 1 million mining XP, and checking on Temple OSRS, that's pretty accurate. Maybe like 1.2 million or something. I need to take a break because I have been at this, look at that clock at the bottom, for too long. This is way too much motherload mine. I don't know what I'm going to do when I come back. I might go do the Dust Devils task and keep trying to hunt for a Cave Kraken boss task. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'll catch you around. Okay, hey folks. I signed in and immediately did some motherload mine there because I had some stream work to do. I would like to go do this Dust Devils task. Since I have the Elite Karen Diary, the Ash Sanctifier should work. Let me remind myself what the hell my gear is supposed to look like for that. Probably just going to bring the Master Wand again rather than bother with the Staff of the Dead, even though it kind of kills me a little bit inside. It more than kind of kills me, but it's neither here nor there. It's fine. I think I probably want the Devout Boots instead of the Eternal Boots for this. Although, no, I end up running out of inventory space long before I run out of prayer potions, I think. So maybe I don't need to bother with that. Okay, this should be fine, I think. Go change spellbooks, and then we'll go give this a shot. Curious how much prayer XP this ends up being now that I get full prayer. I don't feel super bad about this, because this is only possible with... about missing out on all the potential prayer from all the barrage tasks that I already did. My reasoning being that I couldn't get the Karen Elite Diary until we were basically done with Slayer anyway, so... This is an extremely popular activity, so it might take me a second to find a world here. Oh man, interface highlighter is so nice for this. You can tell whether you've actually landed the hits on them. Whether it accepted your click, I should say. I think these guys drop ashes instead of bones now. I also bought the Bone Crusher because I'm a dummy. Forgot about that. Wow, you're probably laughing at me this whole time. They've only ever dropped bones. It's Necreals that have ashes now. So I waited for basically no reason.
Well, that's super strange to... Oh, maybe these are from the previous kills. Okay. It's fine. I had work to do anyway, so pretending like the reason I wasn't doing the Slayer task was because I was waiting for a patch is super heckin' valid. An ancient shard and a totem. That's exciting. One more shard, and I can try to finish off Skotizo. He just has the one achievement left. Task complete. No superiors, which is kind of a bummer, but happens. Let's see what the next task is. Praying for Kraken. I think Kraken's reasonably high on Konar's list. Onko in the Stronghold Slayer dungeon. Well, that should be a quick one at least. I've apparently been in the wrong dungeon this whole time without realizing it. Appreciate that it's giving me a pop-up because I wasn't watching my Slayer task at all. Oops. Task complete. Let's see what's next. Jellies in the Fermentic Slayer dungeon. Oh boy. It's going to be pretty slow, so I think I'm actually going to skip it. I know it's bad for points, but I don't think I'm interested in blocking them. But Bronze Dragons in the Brimhaven dungeon. Oh, that's going to be easy at least. I don't know. Do they have the chance to drop the Visage? I assume no. Yeah, they don't. They're terrible. But it should be fast with my dragon setup, so. Now I had Barrow's Gloves equipped in error. I gotta remember to swap those out on some of these melee tasks. Keep forgetting that I even have it. Task complete. Checking the next one. Come on, Kraken. You are to bring balance to Vorkath. Ugh. Well, I feel like I have to say the max number of kills. I don't want to do this. So I'm probably going to find something else to do in the meantime. Probably should have said 3, but now that I have that Hydra tail that I exchanged from the Hydra leather, it would be really nice to get the necklace drop. Let me stand at this chest and rethink my life for a second. I guess an advantage of doing Vorkath is I can make some super anti-fires for Vorkath, but I can just go do it. I haven't done Vorkath in so long, I have no muscle memory for it. Am I supposed to be using Void? I'm not even sure. Let me look. I think you do use Void. You don't with melee. Okay. To boost 1 herb lore level to make anti-venom plus, so I'm going to try to do that real quick. I have to cook a pie. Gotta do some Zolrock kills for scales soon. Really running low on them. Alright, made some anti-venom pluses. I don't know that I'm actually going to need them, but why not, you know? Alright, let's go try this. I don't know what I pray against Vorkath on melee. Check for magic. Got to turn off run, that was bad. One of these days I'll try to learn how to Wook's walk, I have no idea. Hey, that went pretty well. Stick him with the pointy end. Achievement unlocked. I should look through the achievement list. I don't know. I haven't looked at it at all. Melee weapons only. Yep. Don't use Crumble Undead. Yikes. Wook's Walk there's an achievement for. Funny. One of these has something to do with using BGS? Kill Vorkath with only your fists. That's a joke. Wow. Yeah, I'm not. I might do the elite ones at some point, but for now I'm just going to keep doing these. This is fine. I'm going to try to get the elite achievement to kill the spawn without using Crumble Undead. Seems like that's pretty messy to attempt, but I'll give it a shot. I really need to start alching stuff to make room. Running out of bank space right now. On the plus side, I can freely sell grapes. I never intend to train cooking ever again. Try bringing a trident for... I don't know if that's the right choice or not, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. I was bringing Bryophytus staff because I think it can auto-cast Crumble Undead. Hope that did not work. Forgot that I was frozen, so I'm probably gonna have to root it somehow.
I don't know if it can be frozen. Switch to Ancients for the next attempt. Give it a try. I think I just have to kill that spawn without actually finishing the Vorkath fight, so I might try to just go in with Mage Gear and give that a shot and see what happens. Hoping to just get credit for the achievement and then warp out, and then I'm done with all the elites for Vorkath. Fortunately, I can fight Vorkath any time, so I guess I don't have to do this during this Slayer task if I don't want to. Cannot be frozen. Okay. Yikes. I wonder if I can hit it for 38 damage, can I? Maybe if I'm really far away from where it is when he shoots the thing. But I think he freezes me instantly, so I don't think that's going to work. The fact that I can't root him is really alarming. Figure out what's something that I can hit for a shitload of damage all at once. Big max hit. Probably gonna have to be a ranged attack. Oh, weird, my anti-venom got fucked up for some reason. Ice Barrage cannot do the damage that I need. Only do like 30 damage. Is it like the Dark Bow, maybe? There's 2 arrows per attack. It might be the Dark Bow. Yeah, I think it's the Dark Bow with dragon arrows, which I do have a small handful of. Okay. I will give that a try then, because why not? No anti-dragon shield. I'm using the Dark Bow. Okay, and I have to use some super anti-fires. I'll make one then. Oh, I have to go talk to someone to learn how to make super anti-fires. I guess they're in the Myth Guild, maybe? Kind of potions. Learn how to make super anti-fire. Okay. I have a feeling this is going to work. Or, I hope this is going to work. I might have to give it a couple shots, but this should have a high enough max hit with the special attack. And then the prayer is that I just have to kill it once, and then I can warp out immediately. But I don't actually know for sure that's how it works. I guess we'll find out soon. Hey, I did it! And it gave me the credit without having to finish the kill. Fantastic. So I'm done with all elite Vorkath tasks. Master I'm probably not going to be coming back to anytime anyway. That wasn't so bad. Glad I got to use the Dark Bow for something. I've been thinking about that this whole time. I think I can drop the Dragon Fire Shield, Anti-Dragon Shield, if I have Super Anti-Fire. So I'm going to try to start doing that. Let me confirm that Bryophytus Staff can auto-cast Crumble Undead, because no, it cannot. You know, 1 in 1,000 drop for the Dragon Bow necklace. It's, given how terrible it's priced, it's kind of a bummer. I don't know if I'll ever see it. It's one of those drop rates that like is outside of the range of what I would consider reasonable. I guess you're also probably likely to fight him over 1,000 times, so this is still something that I might come back and do and just go hard on Vorkath to pay back all of the bond splits. I haven't decided how exactly I want to go about that yet, though. Yes, in the future, since I can't use the Slayer Helm on this task, I should request the minimum number of kills. Because I can farm Vorkath, I don't need Slayer tasks to make this easier, so I don't need to like maximize the number of kills I can do. So that was a bit of a mistake, but I should be able to recover from it. It's not the end of the world. I should really try to get 94 herb lore before I do any significant amount of Vorkath, so I can easily boost to make extended super anti-fires, because they're just barely not lasting long enough, and it's quite expensive for each superior dragon bone. Yeah, I'm back. It's a new day. I'm going to try to finish up this Vorkath task real quick. Real quick, I'm going to try to bind control to one of my mouse buttons so that I can hold it to run. Should just take me a second.
think I just learned how to Wooks walk. I did it wrong, but I know how to do it now. So that's exciting. It's finding every time to heal, I guess, but I think it's really helpful to have the true tile indicator. You want to start walking away as soon as you see it get on the tile that you're targeting. That was pretty awesome. I did it. Okay, just gotta practice that more. It's probably gonna get me killed a couple times while I learn it. It's really easy with the true tile indicator. I think having it flash on the tick is also helping me a little bit. I was using that attack phase as a free opportunity to heal. I'm not doing that right now, so that's maybe a problem, but... That's so easy now. Wow. I'm still almost certainly going to die to it just due to lack of practice, but it's actually pretty fun to do. True tile's where it's at. I'm tempted to just turn off the player model and just look at the true tile for Inferno later. Right now it's not appreciably improving my kill speed because I'm having to heal and waste DPS ticks during the regular fight. I might try bringing a super anti-fire just to see whether it helps. So I need to go feed my cats because they keep walking in front of me because they're hungry. It's very early. They usually don't eat for another 3 hours, but I can't risk them getting me killed here, so I'm going to step away real quick. I'll be right back. But I'm going to come back. I'm going to try super anti-fire and see if just reducing the amount of incoming damage a little bit reduces my need to heal a bit. And I died trying to Wooks walk. Oops. At least the cost of dying at Orcath is like dirt cheap. That was mostly a poison problem. I feel like I should bring anti-venoms, but god, they're so expensive to try to spend constantly. Shit, I gotta stop trying to be fancy. I'm trying to get the walk achievement, which involves, I think, getting like 16, like hitting him during every possible tick during the Dragonfire. And I think in order for that to land, you have to just be lucky, and you have to start the cycle on the exact phase where he's begins the attack. So you have to hope that there's no poison in your path on the exact attack that he begins it. So I probably just need to say screw it. I'm not going to get it, you know. I don't care about the master tier. I can Wooks walk when I walk away and then find an opening to move in there, but I can't do it if I'm trying to line it up perfectly. I think the walk achievement requires a toxic blowpipe. I didn't realize that before. Maybe I can come in here with just the blowpipe and try to go for it. I guess just the blowpipe doesn't make sense, because if I die, I still have to pay 100k to get it back. May as well bring a full kit. Still, the main purpose would be to try to get that achievement. I'm Wooks walking really consistently now. That true tile indicator makes the whole thing come together, I think. Task complete. Gotta remember to only ever do 3 Vorkath tasks.
No reason to do 39 since the Slayer Helm does not help me. But that went pretty well. On the whole, it was good to get some more practice with Orcath. I now have over 100 KC. I'll probably end up doing more of him in the future. We ended up pulling almost 5 mil, and I guess I had 5 deaths from practicing Wooks Walking. So, call it 4 mil. So I'm going to end up using basically all of this, so I don't know how much of that actually converts to like cash, but need to make bank space. That's really becoming a problem for me right now. Really serious problem. I'm gonna go see what my next task is, and then maybe I'll sit down and try to figure out the bank space problem. Kraken, please. Yes! Yes. Phenomenal. Okay. Now that we have the Kraken task, last hard achievement boss that we need, that's a Slayer task. So kill Kraken 100 times, already have. Kill Kraken after killing all 4 tentacles. I don't think I've ever done that before. And then we've got kill Kraken 25, 50, and 100 times without leaving the room. So I'm going to try really hard to get that 100 times achievement. Let me look into what I can bring to make that a little bit more easy. Probably done that before, actually. Also, apparently, Kraken now has an ability to speed up the beginning of the task by just buying a bunch of these fishing explosives, although just regular purchases. Yeah. I'm excited to have a super AFK task again. Dang, been a while. So I think I only need as many fishing explosives as... I guess I'll just buy a bunch of them. It's fine. Okay, first off, unnecessary optimization. I think I want to go in once, not on a instance, and get the one where you kill all the tentacles, and then I want to do the boss proper. That makes sense. And what I'll probably end up doing is bringing emergency blood spells to make sure that I can last for the whole period. Not for this first kill, but I guess usually I would just bring sharks, but if the goal is to stay... Well, the first kill the goal isn't to stay, so I'll just personally confirm that this is the last boss that I need. That is Slayer only. Kraken. Basically just Kraken. Okay. How about Elite? Just out of curiosity. I still need to get a Sire task to finish out the 250 KC. You gotta do this stupid Spory one. I have not been using up my daily kills here. Thermi is another one. Okay. But I think it's for Elite, I just need Thermi and one more Sire task. Now that I'm apparently thinking about doing the Elite tasks. Well, Elite tasks seem increasingly reasonable. Yeah, I just scroll through it again. Thermi and Sire, provided I get the Elite task here on Kraken, which it should be easy to do. First kill we're going to do not in an instance, and then we're going to pop out, switch out to blood spells, that kind of thing. Oh, I can instantly awaken the Kraken by using it on the large whirlpool. That's really nice. Unnecessary, it shouldn't be called unnecessary optimization. Unnecessary preparation, maybe? I don't know. Probably block this boss again after getting these achievements too. Unnecessary optimization complete. Alright, so I believe that's too bad. The Twisted Buckler is actually somewhat recommended for this, for magic defense. I will not use the Twisted Buckler. In fact, I should probably sell it and just add it to the list for equivalent exchange whenever I can afford to get the Dragon Hunter crossbow. I hope that that's my only unique that I've ever gotten. So since we're specifically going for the 100 kill achievement, that means I need to bring a bunch of dark crabs. Blood, death, is it soul runes? And I don't need a teleport because I could teleport out with Rada's Blessing, so. And I'll bring all dark crabs just to increase my sustain as much as possible. My plan is to just not bother with casting blood spells until I start running out of supplies. I should be fine. And hopefully I can get the 100 KC. We'll see. I think I'm going to end up hitting Slayer 96. I do not care about Slayer levels. Like, I don't think you get any unlocks from Slayer after 95. 99, you get the Slayer Cape, which gives you a 10% chance to get the same task twice in a row, which just sounds terrible. I am not amused, or I don't really care. Let me try to get on a low ping, low pop world. I've heard that the 2K worlds aren't great, that they're kind of like inherently laggy. Alright, time to go AFK. Talk to you soon. Should have brought some fire runes to recharge my staff. I guess I can always just switch to blood spells only if I run out. But... There's the 25 kill achievement. Just need to do that 3 more times. I've gotten a single shark drop so far, but I've gotten multiple nothing drops. Guess it's a good thing I brought the blood spells. There's 50 KC. Let's do that one more time. Hey, 100 tentacles. I'm actually going to have to figure out how to get out of here with most of this loot. Yeah, I'm going to have to leave something behind in order to get everything out of here. But I am going to leave so that I can bank. Drop the fishing explosives. Probably drop the water runes. Yeah, those don't even register. I think it's like 7k. I'd rather have the crystal key. Okay, I'm rolling out of here, and we'll probably come back to finish up the task. Look at that, Kraken's green. You love to see it. Now there's no stress, and now I do not need the ancient spellbook anymore. Ooh, I got a bank space problem. Probably going to do this elite clue too, so I have a chance of it dropping again. I am just going to end up getting 99 magic and ranged from other activities. I was planning to save some of that XP for the Inferno, but it's fine. I'll just try not to think about it too much. Alright, elite casket time. What we get? Nothing. Okay, back to Kraken. I almost forgot. I gotta recharge my staff. Do that first. I believe that's coins, fire runes, and death runes. Am I just gonna go broke here? Oh, it's fire runes was the thing that was in the way. Alright. Well, that's probably enough charges to get me out of there. Should go buy a bajillion fire runes. Yeah, let me just go buy some fire runes. Hold on. Oh, Slayer 96. I care so little I didn't even notice that it was coming. Apparently you can waste fishing explosives. I didn't realize that you can overthrow them, basically. Keep that in mind, I guess. Bring a couple extra ones in the future. Alright, task complete. That was number 467. We're up to 982 points. Probably going to... I have to think about this, but probably going to use Duradel, because I think the chance of me getting Abyssal Demons, getting the Abyssal Sire as a boss task from Konar is, like, ridiculously low. Let me look up real quick her task list. So I don't think she can give me Abyssal Demons in... Oh, if she assigns Abyssal Demons in the Abyss, that's good enough, apparently. Interesting. Abyssal Plane Slayer task from Konar. Okay. So it's still not a high chance because she could give me Abyssal Demons in Korend or the Slayer Tower, but I think we want to continue to stick with Konar because we still have drops to get from the Alchemical Hydra. And she's the only Slayer Master that gives it, so until we have every Hydra drop and every Hydra achievement, I'm probably going to keep doing Konar. Alright, Konar, let's go. Abyssal Demons in the Abyss. Or, I guess, Sire. Either's fine. Smoke Devils in the Smoke Devil dungeon. I'm not going to complain about that. That's the other Slayer boss that I need. Basically just Thermi and this one, so... Alright, so I need to look up the Thermi achievements, because I'm hoping to just knock them all out here. I don't have to do this one ever again. Kill the Thermi 100 times. Kill it without it hitting anyone. Kill it using only special attacks. Interesting. Yeah, I guess you can do this and hazard protection. You can teleport out in between attacks, so I'm just gonna do that. That seems easy. Get that done, and even though it's better XP to just fight the regular Smoke Devils, well, I'm trying to decide. I don't need any drops from Thermi. I already have everything. So the reason to fight regular Smoke Devils is because the superior, well, they give a shitload of XP, but also the superiors are worth, they have a pretty high drop rate on the heart
Yeah, so I might try to get this achievement out of the way. We're just going to warp out a bunch of times until we get both of these achievements here. Then I'll decide whether I want to stay at Thermi or... Actually, I have 2 Thermi pets too, so especially not interested in this boss. Gotta use the spec 3 times, okay. Well, unfortunately, I got spec'd out, but not the other one, because I took 2 points of damage as it died. There's hazard prevention. Okay, let me go see what it dropped, just in case it was something good. And then I need to take a break. So I'll see you later. Hey, I had to step away there for a second. We were going to go back and finish the Smoke Devil task, but before I do that, I found out that there's a little bit of cheese to get the Hespori speedrun achievements. Namely, I didn't know this, but if you warp out mid-fight, you don't lose the ability to continue to fight the boss. So you just keep warping out until you get lucky specs. So I'm going to try that for a bit. I'm going to see if I can get the Master achievement. I would love to just be able to say that I'm done with Hespori and don't have to sign in regularly to attempt it. So give me a second to gear up for that. Also, I'm going to try to bring the Arceus Spellbook runes. I think that's going to help make sure we have just enough DPS. Oh, actually, no, I might skip that. The problem with Arceus Spellbook is that if I bring it, there's a risk that the summons will DPS the boss below the phase thresholds, because we want to be able to kill the boss in the last Crystal Halley spec. So I will not do that. Bad start already. Terrible spec. Try it again. Pretty close attempt there. Was like 1 hit point away. I don't actually have a timer to watch. Well, I guess I could watch the live split timer, but it's not clear how close I am, so I'm trying to err on the side of caution. I guess my theory is as long as I'm able to kill it before it entangles me, that's probably fast enough. The entangle is a lot of seconds wasted. Alright, I didn't quite skip the last phase, but I got the Elite achievement. I still have to do the Master achievement. I'll try to go for it next time. I think it's going to basically require that I skip the last phase, though. Less than 36 seconds, yeah. At least I have a strategy. I had an earlier attempt where my very first spec was almost enough to skip the entire first phase, so I think you're probably just going to need to have the Crystal Halberd hit like a truck on the very first swing. Guess I'm going to go try to do these Smoke Devils. I don't think I remember how to fight them, but see if it comes back to me. I'm not going to be able to do the whole task. I'm going to be busy here shortly, but got another Occult Necklace drop, which is quite nice. Make room to pick it up, though. Jeez. Trying to start alking, but it's hard to do it with getting attacked constantly. Task complete, and I've got 2 clue scrolls on the ground, so I'm going to try to juggle them real quick. Best I can, anyway. Alright, I got 2 wilderness clues, unfortunately. Worst case scenario. And no bank space, so I got to figure out what I'm doing with my bank space here. I have this clue juggling timer now, so that's very nice. Finally have something like that. Okay, I was able to finish one of the scrolls I was juggling, so let's see if I can do this other one that's also a wilderness clue, unfortunately. Alright, got the second casket. Open these real quick, and then I gotta bounce.
Nothing. And nothing. See ya.
Hey, good morning. I got some time today. Just reviewing the boss list here to confirm one of my goals. Obviously, getting all the hard achievements done is a big one, but bigger than that is getting everything done that I can't just access whenever I feel like it. So that means all the Slayer bosses and all of the sporadic bosses. So we're pretty close to that point. From a Slayer perspective, the only things that we need to do are 250 Sire kills, the speedrun achievements for Hydra, both speedrunner achievements for Grotesque Guardians, and the 20 kill stamina thing for Grotesque Guardians. And then we still need one speedrun kill at Hespori that I'll try to fish for later with the Crystal Halley specs. And we got to do that Scotizo kill with no damage taken. But once all that stuff is done, we don't need to fish for Slayer bosses anymore, and we don't need to try to get Hespori and Scotizo to work. And then the rest of it I can kind of approach at my own pace, which sounds amazing. I would like to be able to do things at my own pace. I do want to see what the next Slayer task is going to be. So I'm going to go check that real quick, and then we'll figure out what we're doing next. It might not be Slayer. I'm kind of hoping that I get a Dagannoth task, because it would be nice to get the Slayer helm for Dagannoth Kings. Something I need to do no matter what is I need to clear out my bank. I really have a severe space problem, so it'll be boring, but I might sit down and just try to start alching stuff as best I can, and really just go through each tab and see if there's things that I should be alching or merching. I should be selling these dragon boots and this occult necklace. I don't need those. I got Dagannoth, but it's in the wrong place. That makes me so sad. I got excited when I saw it pop up. All right. Okay, so I've made a bunch of the bolts in my bank. I'm probably going to sell these emerald bolt tips because I don't think I need emerald bolts ever. I didn't realize that I had no dragon bolts. I got my first ever dragon bolts. I guess they only come from Vorkath, so I end up using those. I'm going to need to do way more Vorkath kills. Trying to think what else I want to do here. I'm going to alch all this stuff. I'm probably going to sit through my bank and try to sell things. Obviously, I'm hoarding lots and lots of stuff, and I'm going to continue to hoard lots and lots of stuff, but at some point, I probably want to... I have a fairly significant amount of anxiety about accidentally alching something important. I think that if I alch something, it's also okay for me to buy it back. So just out of an abundance of caution, I'm going to take a screenshot of my inventory here and save it. Add it to my equivalent exchange document. That way, if I don't have to worry about accidentally alching something that's for like a clue stash that I didn't build or whatever, you know. The next thing I'm going to try to do after I get this inventory out is I'm going to see about doing runs to make air orbs, charged air orbs. So I have a ton of battle staves. I don't want to just alch them until I'm able to convert them into air staves. So I need lots of crafting XP. I'm probably still going to try to go for a Zenite bracelet and a Zenite torture necklace. So that means we have to get crafting all the way up to 93 to be able to boost to make everything, which is going to be a pain in the ass. Probably should get back in the habit of buying battle staves every day. I have not been doing that since I started playing again. I'm trying to think, but I'm considering... It seems like making amethyst ammo is kind of a pain because like the rate at which you get amethyst is really low. However, if I think about amethyst from a perspective of this is something that's AFK that I can do for the rest of my time in RuneScape, that it will always be productive for me to mine amethyst, and that the XP rate is so slow that I'm realistically never going to hit 99 doing it, even if I spend a couple hundred hours there. It'll be boring. It'll be a lot of 256x fast forwarding. But what I'm getting at is I have all this ore in my bank, and right now I've been forced to consider all of this adamant, runite, and I guess even mithril ore as being darts, so that I can make sure that I have enough darts to do content. But if I were instead to make that into like plate bodies, that's potentially a shitload of money. It's potentially enough money that I could maybe start paying back some of these bonds that I owe. So I will consider doing that. Something else I'm going to do here, I am almost certainly going to craft all this dragon hide into bodies and then alch them. So we got a lot of alch adjacent stuff happening here. I guess I should probably focus on the stuff that's going to save me the most inventory space off the bat. I should turn these all into burning amulets. I'll do that too. I know I'm getting distracted here, but my main objective is just to clear up bank space more so than anything else. All right, all the burning amulets are done. Those will probably last me the rest of this playthrough, to be honest. I think that's... Oh, where did I put them? Should be tab 1. 445 burning amulets times 5 teleports is probably enough forever. I'm just glad I won't have to do that again. Next, we're going to do leather tanning and crafting to save up these inventory slots, and then I'll figure out, might do charged orbs after that. I should do these runite limbs. I think they're probably better to just alch, to be honest. Yeah, I'll just alch them real quick. Okay, that's a lot of alching done. Got rid of all of the dragon hides from the bank. I'm probably still going to do charge orbs. I'd like to focus on just bank cleanup for a while, and that's going to involve a lot of janky tasks like, I don't know, spinning flax, charging air orbs, making battle stabs, that kind of a thing. I'd like to not have to think about bank space for a while, so we'll see what we do when we get back. I'm going to go take a break, though. See ya.
That's a wrap for this episode. Just to let you know what's coming down the pike here, I am still working on the RS3 video essay. The script is currently longer than the original video essay script, which is a victory for a lot of people, I assume. The objective is to have that published before the end of 2026, but obviously sooner is better. Right now, I don't have much of a buffer of old school RuneScape videos pending, and I don't know that I've recorded enough for my new playthrough of the new content to make sure that I can maintain the every Sunday video cadence. So I might slow stuff down a little bit just to make sure that I can focus 100% on getting the essay, at least the script, done. Once the script is done, it's a lot easier for me to start working on the slides and the recording part. Regardless of how things ultimately shake out, though, I still want to try to get you one of these old school RuneScape videos until this series is done, until I reach the end of my recorded video content, so that should still be at least, I think it'll take me at least to the end of 2025. I'll keep you updated at the end of these videos as we go, but thank you as always for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.